Hi, so this video is on the Schedule 3 automation tool. In this video we will be covering the tally import part and the grouping that we have to do for preparing financial as per the Companies Act. So let's just have a quickly live. We will import data from tally. So I have one company open. I have selected the year 2018-19. So keep a note that when you are preparing financial first time on this tool, you need to first import previous year. So I have selected the year 2018-19 and I'm clicking on a button import from tally. Okay, so once your trial balance has been imported, you will get a message somewhat like this, and you need to pass a to adjustment entry. We have already covered the adjustment in separate video. Okay, so you see the first two columns are the tallies grouping. One is a parent grouping and another one is a primary grouping. Next two columns are the name of ledger and the balances. So we don't have a separate column for debit and credit. In this tool, whatever is the debit, that will be the positive amount, and whatever is credit, that will be the negative amount. So we have some adjustment we have to do. Adjustment, let me just write it down. Let's check in balance sheet. Current year's profit 9,50,000 is transferred, so we will reduce that amount from capital account. Another adjustment is with respect to the change in stock. So my stock is increasing by 2,50,000, so I will credit 2,50,000 and give it a name that change in stock. Okay, so we have done the adjustment. Now our trial balance is tallied. So now we have to do the grouping as per the Companies Act. Now remember the one thing, that this grouping is going to be your one time only. So you don't need to do the grouping again and again for all the ledgers. Now you note down that we have given a button on top of this, apply default grouping. Just click on this button and this will do the majority of your grouping. You will get a message that phase grouping and node grouping has been done as per the tally's primary grouping. Wherever it is not possible to identify ledger grouping, it has been left blank. And of course, you can change this grouping. This is not locked one. Once you have done the grouping, you can definitely change that thing. So now let's come to the part of grouping. So we have three levels of grouping for preparing financial. First one is your phase grouping. So you can select from drop down list. Now we have this ledger over here, that audit expense. So this audit expense will go into the other expense. We show into the P&L account as a part of other expense. Now when the phase grouping which you have selected, after that your node groupings option will open. So you can select that it's a auditor's remuneration. And the third one, sub node grouping. If you want to specify the sub node of that grouping, you can specify. Now let's say if I have a 4 ledger of auditor's expense, I could have mentioned over here that this is certification fees or tax audit fees somewhat. So you can, the user can specify their own grouping over here. Now you see on top of this column phase grouping, it is showing that 25 ledgers grouping is pending. In node grouping, it is showing that 37 ledgers grouping is pending, and in subnode 12 ledgers grouping is pending. So you have to do the grouping for this remaining ledger, and that you can do it quickly by using the shortcuts that we have given. You don't need to do individual ledgers grouping. So let's say I have this indirect expenses which is not grouped over here, so I will filter this. To filter this, you just come on that cell and press Ctrl K. Your all indirect expense ledger will be filtered out. So you can select the very appropriate grouping. It will go into the finance cost as it is a bank charges. Other expense, I'll put it up into the other expense. This also I'll put it up in other expense. Depreciation I can select. So as and when you do the grouping, you specify node grouping, your sub node grouping option will open and you have to select the groups as per the requirement. So I can select over here, it's going to be my salary expenses, finance cost, I can select it's other borrowing cost. And mostly there are many open-ended categories. So wherever you specify that it's other expense, other payable or others, over there you will have to specify subnode grouping. It is compulsory. So in those cases, the cell color of subnode group will automatically turn out to be the red. You can give a name of ledger itself, or you can specify your own name of grouping that you want to disclose in financial. Okay, so we will complete the grouping for remaining ledger as well, and then we can go to the balance sheet. Okay, so I have completed the grouping. So once you have done the grouping, you will get a message on top of that column that grouping has been done, and we have even used the group codes. So once you click on this button, it will automatically define the group codes that we have predefined for each group in column D. It will automatically pick up that. So we have already given the PDF which is containing all the codes that we have predefined. Now what is the use of this code? Either you can manually select from drop down the group codes, or you can define over here itself. Let's say I have I have not done certain grouping for this 6-7 ledgers, and I have mentioned over here itself that's 2001, which is for the fixed asset, 2001, then 2705, and just click on button apply group code. So it will automatically pick up the grouping for those ledgers. So you can even do the grouping using the group codes method as well. Now come to the balance sheet. Okay, so you can see the balance sheet is ready in printable format itself. Even balance P&L is also ready over here. Now here as a user, you only have to select the notes that you want to print. We have given a drop down list. The notes that you want to print, you can select. So whichever notes you select, yes, that note is going to prepared in backend, and the note numbering sequencing is going to take care automatically. Now come to notes part 1. Click on button prepare note. Once you click on this button prepare note, it is going to prepare entire notes. It is going to take care of your page setup, themes, layouts. The only thing will remain over after this is you have to add the qualitative disclosures below the note total, and that will remain as it is. Where even if after your financials are getting updated, you can again and again praise this prepare notes, and your qualitative disclosure will remain as it is. Okay, so once your notes have been prepared, you will get a message somewhat like this, that notes have been prepared. Now remember that the inventory related notes, it is not going to prepare from trial balance, but it is going to prepare from master file. In master file we have readily templates available for that. You can fill a detail over there, and you can add qualitative disclosures as per your requirement. Now I'll show you how to add the qualitative disclosures. So in most of cases what happens in long term borrowing, we have to give the disclosure, the nature of borrowing and all. So So over here we have long term borrowing coming in, so you can add a row. There is option available. You can add entire row. Now you can write it down note. In case you want to merge this, you can just press a Ctrl J. This will merge up entirely. In case you want to merge certain cell, you select the number of cell that you want to merge and just press Ctrl Shift G. That will merge up that thing. So these are certain shortcuts that we have given it up over here. And in case you want to demerge that, you can just select the range and just unmerge that thing. Now I would like to explain you the grouping logic. So we have used the 3-level grouping. Now let's evaluate over here short term provision. Come to the trial balance, filter out short term provisions. Now you can see here there are 6 ledgers. We have given a grouping under the short term provision. Now in note grouping, 3 of ledger are under provision for employees and other 3 are under the others. Now we have mentioned subnote grouping for all this ledger. So what happens when you go to the notes, you will see that under the short term provision there is a provision for employees. Under that there are these 3 grouping which are getting displayed, and there is more 3 disclosure 3 subnote grouping coming under the others. Okay, so now we have previous year financial is ready. Now we want to shift this previous year financial into previous year column. Come to the trial balance. On top of column M and N, there is a button move current year data to previous year. Just click on that button. As this is irreversible, it will ask you to confirm that thing. Your entire current year data will be shifted into the previous year's columns. Now come to the balance sheet. You can see your entire current year's data has been shifted into previous year. Now what you can do when you come to the trial balance again, you see that your grouping for all the ledgers remains as it is. Only the amount figure, that all amount figure has been deleted. It is 0 right now. Now what you can do, come to tally, open data for the latest year that you want to import. I have selected 1920 and I am just importing data for the 1920. Now in this case what will happen, it will update existing ledger, and in case if it is find new ledger, those will be added below the last row of that table. Now you can see the additional ledger, those have been added below the row number 195, and you have to do the grouping only for those additional ledger. And even that, in that case, you can click on button apply default grouping, which will take care of your majority of grouping. Now you see there were 234 ledgers before that. Now it's only 50 ledgers pending. So my both years financials can be prepared very quickly using this tool. And just come to the balance sheet P&L, click on the option which you want to prepare, the notes that you want to prepare, and come to notes part 1 and click on button prepare notes. Alright, so thank you.